March is here, and for millions of seniors and veterans, that means one thing: money is moving. But the real question is, when will it hit your account? And could there be changes you didn't see coming? This month's Social Security deposits are creating a wave of confusion, excitement, and speculation. And today we're breaking down what's actually happening, what's confirmed, and what it could mean for your payments. If you rely on monthly benefits, timing matters. Even a small shift in deposit dates can impact bills, rent, prescriptions, and everyday expenses. And with new updates being discussed around federal payment systems, it's more important than ever to stay informed instead of relying on rumors spreading online. In this video, we'll walk through the latest March deposit schedule, what seniors and veterans need to watch for, and how to make sure you don't miss a payment update. We'll also talk about what officials have revealed, what's still unclear, and how to protect yourself from delays or misinformation. This is the kind of information that can help you plan ahead, avoid stress, and stay in control of your benefits. If you want clear updates, simple explanations, and real information that actually helps you, you're in the right place. And before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button right now so more people can get these important updates and stay informed about their March Social Security deposits. Now let's get straight into what's happening with March Social Security deposits and why so many seniors and veterans are paying close attention this month. Every year, March brings routine payment schedules, but even routine months can feel stressful when you depend on that deposit arriving on time. Whether you receive retirement benefits, disability payments, survivor benefits, or veteran-related support, the timing of your money matters. Bills don't wait, rent doesn't pause, and medical expenses certainly don't slow down. That's why understanding the deposit schedule is not just helpful, it's essential. First, let's talk about how Social Security payments are typically structured. Most beneficiaries receive their payments based on their birth date. If you were born early in the month, your deposit usually arrives earlier. If your birthday falls later, your payment typically comes later in the month. This system helps spread payments throughout March instead of sending everything out on the same day. It keeps the process organized and predictable. However, weekends and federal holidays can sometimes shift the exact deposit date. When that happens, payments are usually sent out earlier rather than later, but it's always important to check your specific schedule. Now, here's what makes this month especially important for seniors and veterans. Many people are watching closely because even small changes in federal processing timelines can cause confusion. While there hasn't been a complete overhaul of the system, updates in communication, verification procedures, or banking coordination can create the impression of changes. That's why it's critical to rely on official schedules rather than social media rumors. Your benefits are not randomly stopped, reduced, or delayed without formal notice. If something changes, beneficiaries are informed directly. For veterans receiving payments connected to federal benefits, the process can sometimes feel even more complex because funds may come from different programs. It's important to remember that each benefit follows its own timeline. If you receive both Social Security and veteran-related compensation, they may not arrive on the same day. That doesn't mean something is wrong. It simply reflects how the systems operate independently while still working together to ensure timely delivery. Let's also address something many viewers worry about: delays. While occasional delays can happen due to banking issues, holidays, or verification checks, most payments continue on schedule. If you've recently changed banks, updated your direct deposit information, or modified your mailing address, it's especially important to confirm everything is current. Outdated information is one of the most common reasons for temporary delays. Double-checking your details can prevent unnecessary stress. Another important point this month involves budgeting. When you know your deposit date, you can plan ahead with confidence. Consider setting reminders for when your payment typically arrives. If you receive paper checks, allow a few extra days for mail delivery. Direct deposit is generally faster and more reliable, which is why many beneficiaries prefer it. If you haven't switched yet and feel comfortable doing so, it can reduce the risk of lost or delayed payments. Now, let's talk about what's not happening. There is no automatic cancellation of benefits simply because it is March. Payments are not paused without official notice. There are no universal reductions tied specifically to this month. If you see headlines claiming dramatic changes without verified sources, approach them carefully. It's always wise to confirm information through trusted government channels before reacting. For seniors managing fixed incomes, predictability is everything. March deposits can help cover groceries, utilities, prescription medications, and transportation costs. If you're planning larger expenses this month, try aligning them closely with your deposit date. That way, you reduce the chance of overdrafts or late fees. Financial stability often comes down to timing, and knowing your schedule puts you in control. Veterans receiving benefits may also want to review any correspondence they've received recently. Occasionally, agencies send letters requesting updated information. Responding promptly to official requests ensures there are no interruptions. If you receive something you don't understand, contact the appropriate official support line directly rather than relying on third-party interpretations. Clear communication helps prevent unnecessary disruptions. Another topic that comes up every March is cost of living adjustments. While adjustments are typically announced and applied according to established timelines, beneficiaries should always review their payment statements to confirm the correct amount has been deposited. Small increases, when applied, can make a meaningful difference over time. Keeping track of your monthly totals helps you verify accuracy and stay informed. It's also worth mentioning digital account access. If you haven't already, creating or logging into your online benefit account can give you real-time updates on payment status. This can be especially helpful during high-volume months when questions increase. Online access allows you to see deposit confirmations, payment history, and any official messages in one secure place. For those caring for elderly family members, this is a good time to check in. Make sure their banking information is current and that they know their deposit schedule. Sometimes confusion happens simply because dates are misunderstood. A quick conversation can prevent unnecessary worry. If someone depends on you for financial guidance, keeping them informed can make a huge difference in their peace of mind. Now, let's address a common concern. What should you do if your payment doesn't arrive on the expected day? First, wait at least one business day if you use direct deposit, since sometimes banks process funds slightly differently. If the payment still doesn't appear, review your account information and contact the official support line to confirm there are no issues. Acting quickly, but calmly, is the best approach. March is also a reminder to protect yourself from scams. Unfortunately, scammers often take advantage of payment periods to send fake messages claiming urgent action is needed. Remember that official agencies will not demand sensitive information through random texts or emails. Never share personal details with unverified contacts. If something feels suspicious, it probably deserves verification. The key message this month is simple: stay informed, stay prepared, and rely on official updates. Your benefits are structured to provide consistent support. While schedules can vary slightly due to calendar alignment, the system is designed for reliability. Understanding how it works reduces stress and helps you plan effectively. As we move through March, keep an eye on your deposit dates, confirm your banking details, and review any official notices carefully. If everything is up to date, you should see your payment arrive according to the standard schedule. Knowing what to expect allows you to focus on what truly matters: your health, your family, and your daily life. We'll continue monitoring updates and bringing you clear explanations so you don't have to sort through confusing headlines. The goal is to make this simple and straightforward, especially for seniors and veterans who depend on these funds every month. Staying informed is the best way to stay prepared. Now, as we look deeper into March deposits, it's important to understand that consistency is the foundation of the Social Security system. Millions of payments are processed each month, and the structure is designed to operate automatically. That means once your information is correct and your eligibility remains active, deposits should continue without interruption. For most seniors and veterans, there is no need to take action unless you've recently changed banks, moved to a new address, or received an official notice requesting verification. One of the biggest reasons people experience confusion in months like March is simply timing. When a payment doesn't arrive at the exact hour someone expects, it can create panic. But banking systems don't always post deposits at the same time for every institution. Some banks release funds early in the morning, while others process them later in the day. If your payment date falls on a weekend or federal holiday, the deposit is typically adjusted according to the standard processing schedule. That adjustment is normal and not a sign of a problem. For veterans receiving federal compensation, It's also helpful to remember that benefit programs can operate on slightly different calendars. If you receive multiple types of support, they may arrive separately. That doesn't mean one replaces the other or that something has changed. It simply reflects how each program is administered. Staying aware of each individual payment source helps reduce confusion. Another important step this month is reviewing your personal information. Make sure your direct deposit details are accurate. Even one incorrect digit in an account number can cause delays. If you've recently switched banks, confirm that your new account has been fully updated in the system. Taking a few minutes to verify now can prevent days or even weeks of unnecessary waiting later. If you rely on mailed checks, consider how weather or postal delays might affect delivery. While most mail moves efficiently, unexpected conditions can occasionally slow things down. If possible, direct deposit remains the most reliable and secure option. It reduces the risk of lost mail and provides faster access to funds. March is also a good time to review your budget. Since many households plan expenses around benefit deposits, aligning payments with your deposit date can help avoid overdraft fees. If your rent, utilities, or insurance payments are scheduled close to your deposit day, that timing can work in your favor. Knowing exactly when your money arrives allows you to plan confidently rather than guessing. Now let's talk about something reassuring. There is no widespread suspension of benefits. There is no automatic reduction tied specifically to March. Payments continue according to established guidelines. If changes ever occur in federal benefit programs, they are announced officially and communicated clearly. Beneficiaries are not left in the dark. That's why staying connected to reliable updates is so important. If you ever feel uncertain about your payment status, the best step is to check your official account portal or contact the appropriate support line directly. Avoid relying on unverified social media posts. Misinformation spreads quickly, especially around topics involving money. But official channels remain the most accurate source of information. For seniors living on fixed incomes, predictability brings peace of mind. That's why understanding the structure of March deposits matters so much. When you know your payment schedule, you can focus on living your life rather than worrying about timelines. It allows you to manage groceries, medication, transportation, and daily essentials with confidence. Veterans, especially those balancing multiple benefits, should also take this time to ensure all documentation is current. If you've recently completed any required forms or updates, keep copies for your records. Organization helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures smooth processing. Another reminder for this month is security. Payment periods are often targeted by scammers who attempt to impersonate officials. Remember that legitimate agencies will not demand immediate payment, threaten suspension through random calls, or request sensitive personal details unexpectedly. If something seems urgent in a suspicious way, pause and verify before responding. March can feel busy, but it doesn't have to feel stressful. By staying informed and proactive, you put yourself in control. Knowing your deposit date, confirming your information, and monitoring your account regularly are simple steps that make a big difference. These habits help ensure your benefits continue flowing smoothly. As we move forward through the month, keep checking for official announcements, but don't assume changes unless they are clearly stated by trusted sources. Stability is built into the system, and millions of beneficiaries receive their payments every month without issue. Your benefits are designed to support you consistently. Whether you depend on retirement income, disability assistance, survivor benefits, or veteran-related compensation, the structure remains focused on reliability. March is simply another step in that ongoing process. So take a moment today to confirm your details, mark your calendar with your deposit date, and stay alert for verified updates. That simple preparation keeps everything running smoothly. And as always, we'll continue providing clear, straightforward updates to help you stay informed about your payments, your schedule, and anything that could impact your benefits. Staying ahead of the news is the best way to avoid surprises and protect your financial stability. If you appreciate these updates and want more detailed information about upcoming deposit schedules and benefit changes, make sure you're subscribed, stay tuned for future videos, and keep following along so you never miss important news about your Social Security or veteran payments.